Hello, my name is Benjamin Miller. Today I'll be sharing how psychology influences both my career in animal health and rehabilitation and my personal growth. My goal is to show that psychology isn't just theory. It's something I use every day when I'm working with animals, supporting my team, or building connections with the community. Psychology has become a compass for me. It points the way when I'm making decisions in stressful rescue situations, when I'm trying to understand how animals respond to humans, and even when I'm figuring out how to take care of myself so I don't burn out. In this talk, I'll focus on three principles from different subfields of psychology: operant conditioning from learning and behavior, stress and coping theories from health psychology, and persuasion and social influence from social psychology. Together, they form a toolkit that I use not just for my career, but also my daily life. The first concept is operant conditioning, which is learning through reinforcement and consequences. Think about a rescued horse that's been neglected or abused. It may be fearful of people, difficult to approach, or unwilling to eat from a hand. If I walk into that situation and immediately try to control the animal with force, I'll make things worse. But if I apply operant conditioning, I can shape the horse's behavior step by step. I might start by simply standing nearby and rewarding calmness with a treat or gentle voice. Once the horse accepts that, I can reward small steps like moving closer or taking food from my hand. Over time, the horse learns to associate people with safety and care instead of fear. This process isn't quick, but it's powerful. I've seen animals that once wouldn't let anyone near them transform into calm, trusting partners. That's operant conditioning in action, turning fear into trust, one small reinforcement at a time. The second concept is stress and coping theory. Animal rescue work is rewarding, but it's also intense. There are emergencies, long nights, and heartbreaking cases where not every animal can be saved. Without coping strategies, it's easy to burn out. I use two types of coping: problem focused and emotion focused. Problem focused coping means tackling the issue directly. For example, when things get chaotic in a rescue, I rely on structured checklists: who does what, which animals need attention first, what steps to take. Having a plan reduces the chaos and helps the team stay grounded. Emotion-focused coping is just as important. After a tough case, I might debrief with teammates, take a few minutes to breathe deeply, or reflect on what went well instead of only what went wrong. This keeps me from carrying stress into the next situation. I've learned that resilience isn't about avoiding stress, it's about recovering from it. By balancing both strategies, I can stay in this work for the long haul without losing compassion. That's psychology helping me protect not just the animals, but myself too. The third concept is persuasion and social influence. Rescue work doesn't end with saving the animal. For lasting change, you have to involve people, convincing families to adopt, teaching communities about wildlife safety, and raising support for conservation efforts. Here's where psychology makes a difference. If I just throw out facts and statistics, people may nod politely but not take action. But if I share a story about a specific horse or dog, show pictures of their transformation, and explain how community support made it possible, people feel emotionally connected. That emotional appeal inspires them to adopt, donate, or volunteer. At the same time, credibility matters. When I explain training methods or conservation strategies with clear reasoning and evidence, people are more likely to trust me. By combining emotion with logic, I can reach both the heart and the mind. This principle of influence has real results: more animals finding homes, more volunteers showing up, and more people understanding how to live responsibly alongside wildlife. Psychology is what makes those conversations effective. Together, these three principles, operant conditioning, stress and coping, and persuasion and social influence, are more than academic concepts. They are tools that I use daily. They help me train animals in a compassionate way, sustain myself in a challenging field, and inspire communities to take part in the mission. Psychology acts as a compass. It keeps me oriented toward trust, resilience, and connection. For me, it's not just about saving animals, but about rebuilding a healthier community and sustaining myself so I can keep making a difference. Thank you.